are back with another interview. And this is another one that I'm super excited about because I started following this artist on TikTok because of my lady mail. And 2 days later, I get a phone call from a friend of mine who actually is her manager, Chad Kentucky boy. And we've got a super talented artist here in front of the ChadArmesTV cameras, Cieratherapper.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you
I'm
doing?
doing good. I'm doing good. We appreciate you coming through and sitting down. I know that you've been in and out of the different cities and states here the past couple of weeks, right?
Yes. I mean, the travel is just nonstop, and I ain't done yet. Like, I'm here, and now I got to go back to Georgia, and then I got to come back and go back. It's everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. How you liking it though?
I really like traveling, other than the fact that, like, it's really tiresome,
Yeah,
especially when you around a bunch of annoying people on a plane.
yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
I love seeing different areas.
Yeah,
I love being able to see like places other than Kentucky. Even though I love Kentucky, but I've been in Kentucky like my entire life, so I enjoy
right.
it.
Well, let's get into the story of Sierra. Okay, so we'll start from the jump. So you just said you're born and raised in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
What part of Kentucky?
Moorhead, Kentucky. Probably nobody's ever heard of it. It's a little college town. There's like 26,000 people there when college is in session, and when there's not, there's even less. I got
Right,
more followers than that.
right.
So I mean, I'm not surprised if nobody knows where it is, but it's like 45 minutes from Lexington.
Okay, got you. What was it like growing up there? Like as a kid and stuff. Did you got siblings or and
Yes, I have a lot of siblings.
okay,
I don't know. My dad was a hoe, so I can't even keep
got you.
count. But I can keep up with my mama's, but my dad's is a little hard,
Different
you
story.
know?
Got you.
Yeah, I have a lot of siblings growing up. I mean, we moved around a
Yeah,
good amount throughout like the tri-state area.
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I was in Moorhead, then I went to Carter County, and then from Carter County back to Moorhead, and just kind of back and forth like that, and then to my granny's,
Yeah,
So it wasn't necessarily super stable.
yeah,
I was moving all the time.
yeah. Was I know you said it wasn't super stable. Was like childhood growing up. I mean, obviously you have trials and tribulations, but was it more? Did you go through a lot of struggles growing up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say I did. I mean, I went through so much. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness,
Mm-hmm.
so if anybody knows anything about that background, is it can be very like suppressing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my mom, she was trying to do that. Me and my mom would argue all the time, but she was very hypocritical because of it, and it caused a lot of like trauma between me and her, and then like religious trauma,
Yeah.
and plus in and out of places all the time. We couldn't like afford anything, and then me and
Mm-hmm.
my mom would argue all the time. So like my childhood was it was real rough on me. I started being a badass kid.
I was gonna say. So, do you think that I don't want to say the blame the whole thing, but like, do you think that is what made you want to kind of go against the grain because of that? Like,
I think so.
yeah,
See, my mom's side and my dad's side, they're two different breeds.
mm-hmm,
My dad's side, there's a lot of addiction,
mm-hmm,
like a lot. That side of my family never really gave a fuck, and in and out of jail, like a whole bunch. My granddaddy he's gonna be in prison to the day he dies for murder. So
yeah,
I've had
yeah,
a lot of issues on that side of my family, and then I stayed around my mom's side of the family a lot because of she wanted to keep me away from that. But um, I think just because the way that she brought me up, it was so like closed in. I just didn't want to do anything she wanted me to do.
mm-hmm,
I just wanted to be different, and that ended up bringing the dad side of me out.
yeah, yeah. Well, and so to pivot, so like growing up, when did you like? What's your first recollection of music growing up, like in the house? Was you hearing rap a lot, or was it country? Or was it a little bit of everything, or depending on where
Well,
you was? I guess with the Jehovah's Witness upbringing, maybe rap wasn't. accepted as much, or
Well, my mom, when I say she was a little bit of a hypocrite, she
okay,
had a
yeah,
little wild side in her.
yeah,
So I mean, I heard a mix of everything. And then when I did go around my dad's side of the family, it's all rap music, it's all
mm,
metal. And so
yep,
I didn't really grow up around too much country. I liked
yeah,
some country, but I really grew up around um I say rap and metal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's some of your favorites growing up?
My favorites growing up,
Mm-hmm.
50 Cent,
Mm-hmm.
Tupac. God, I gotta think, cause I love music. I've listened to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I listened to a whole lot of Nicki Minaj when I was growing up. A
Oh, for
whole
sure.
lot.
Yeah.
You know, she was female rap. I listened to Cardi B before she was even out, like before anybody had even heard of her. So those were definitely my tops. And then also a lot of Jelly Roll before
Mm-hmm.
he blew up. A lot of
Yeah,
Lil White too. My mom used to bump the shit out of his music. So
yeah,
I mean, I was growing up around that too. You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Shout out Lil White, shout out Jelly.
Yeah.
That that's cool though, and you know, with because you're younger, you know, you said you're 18.
Yeah, I'm 18.
So when did you start like rapping? Like, would you young and you just started like freestyling and stuff, or when did that kind of start?
I feel like I've always had music in me from like 4 years old. I was singing, yada, yada, yada. And then I think around the age 11,
Mm-hmm.
um, I started getting more into music. I had some bad situations I ended up getting into, running around with the wrong people, and
Mm-hmm.
ended up getting taken advantage of, and it made me really full of hate.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
started writing a lot of music, and I was like, well, I can channel this, you know, and like
yeah,
I did. I channeled it into freestyling, and I started taking my music seriously.
yeah. So it was like one of those things where you was doing that as like a
And it's
therapy type
yeah,
thing or an escape.
it's all music has always been an escape for me. And
Yeah,
I mean, I make 20 different kinds of music, but it's always been an escape for me.
yeah. Well, especially if you had some trauma, that if that's something that can get you out of that headspace, at least for the time being while you're working on it,
Hmm.
whatever it is you can do to, you know what I mean. Did your first like the first piece of music? Do you mean okay? So when did you first go lay down some music like at a studio?
The first time I laid down some music at a studio, I think it was this studio. Just
Oh hell
not
yeah.
too long ago, like
Okay.
a week or two ago.
Yeah.
I usually did all of my recordings and everything on an iPad.
Oh wow. So like your is Ugly the first one you released?
Um, Actually, no.
Okay.
I released probably 3 albums before I released that song. I ended up
Oh,
removing all of
got
that
you.
music because I wasn't proud of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which it wasn't bad. It was just a little cringy. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
I see what you're saying, especially if you was still learning and you was kind of
Mhm.
doing it all yourself. That's crazy though that you was doing all that on the iPad.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I still do it on iPad.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
really do.
yeah. That's cool though. So like then you did like the you did the Starstruck EP
Yeah.
in 2023, and you did all that yourself.
Yeah, I did all of that myself. I wish it was mixed a little better because that was like some Sexy Red type shit before Sexy Red was
No, for
out.
sure.
I just wish it was mixed a little better because those songs are like club bops, and I'll probably end up redoing Starstruck.
No, that would be dope because you like, we were listening to the catalog. We've been listening to it, but like we listened to the catalog on the way up here,
Hmm.
and the Starstruck EP. We were thinking the same thing. We were like, if these songs are dope, if she can kind of get them polished a little bit.
Yeah, they need some work.
But no, hearing what you just said, like the way you recorded them, they sound really good for that scenario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when. So here we go. When did you start to see? Um, was TikTok where things started bubbling? Is that where everything started?
Um, yeah, I would say so. I really started doing TikTok because I was bored for real.
Mm-hmm.
um, but then I started just putting my music on there and I started getting some real good traction.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting at 14,000 for a while, and then one of
Mm-hmm.
my videos went viral. Because I had a video that went viral before that, got me to 14K. sitting on that for a while. Another video went viral,
Yeah.
bam, and then up, and now I'm at like 110.
Yeah. And what's crazy, before we started this interview, we were watching a clip from something you did here, and that it was mentioned that you was at 80K,
Yeah.
and that was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was just a couple weeks
So
ago.
it's like that just shows like the kind of the traction that you're getting. And then it kind of just was a snowball effect, I'm sure, because like once with TikTok, like once you get in those algorithms and those For You pages, and then it's just kind of like, was it the freestyle where you had the earbud, like the AirPods in, like the wire, like the headphones in when you was rapping?
Actually, the freestyle that got me the most was I did a Pound Town freestyle.
And they muted that shit.
And they muted it.
We couldn't even listen to it on the way up here. We were like, we can't even hear it.
It made me so mad. It's because of the whole issue with Universal and TikTok not wanting to pay for music.
For sure. Yeah.
And I used that beat, so they're like, oh, we can't have you on here either.
Yeah.
Which ain't fair, because I ain't signed. I ain't got no money in my hands, so you shouldn't be taking my shit down.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
No, for sure. So that's what started it. Or that, well, you had already, had a few that went viral, but that's kind of what really started to put you on, like I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just kept, just going along. So when did you link, like, how did the thing with Kentucky Boy go? Because was you just doing all your own stuff?
Yeah, I was doing everything. I just now had my second show, like the second show I've ever done, just on the 16th that Kentucky Boy had set up. So I was all by myself. I was doing everything by myself. I didn't have nobody to help me. And then he found me, and he's got me making moves.
No, for sure.
the most moves I've ever made in my life.
No,
I'm like, hold on, you making me lose weight. I need to eat a sandwich. Like just give me a minute to rest.
Where was that first show that you went to?
The very first, it was in Aberdeen, Ohio. I was 16, I think. Yeah. Not supposed to be in that club drinking, but that's what I was doing.
Yeah. Made it happen. So the one you just did, the one these shows that he got you booked for, where were they at?
That one was in Fostoria, Ohio, and then I think I have 9 more.
Yeah, I know you said it was like 10 cities, 10 show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's dope, especially that. So that one that you just did like recently, that's only the second time you've ever performed live.
Second time.
That's crazy.
I had them screaming, "Big C, Big C!"
Yeah, I saw your clip. You had a good little crowd there too.
No, they were Hicks, like real Hicks, and that's a lot coming from me because I'm a hillbilly, but they were rednecks.
For sure.
Hillbillies and rednecks ain't the same.
Right.
Hillbillies can't.
It's a difference. There's
a difference.
So, we've spoke about this stuff, like we spoke about your music, and I'll get back to, because you've released some other songs since. But what are some misconceptions people have about Ciara?
Oh God, I don't know.
Because I see the hate comments that you respond to on TikTok, and that you're white. Why are you talking like that?
I love it.
Yeah.
A lot of. I have a feeling that a lot of people on the internet, you don't really get a good view into people's life through social media. I think a lot of people think that I'm some like white bitch from the suburbs that's trying to act hard on the internet. I think that's one of them. A lot of people talk about the way that I talk and things like that. I don't know why I talk the way I talk. I just do. I don't know what I'm supposed to sound like. My dad's from Ohio, my mom's from Kentucky, and then the rest of my family are from Tennessee. So there's a little bit of there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the main thing is people being like, oh, well, I think you're from the suburbs. Why are you rapping yada yada yada?
Yeah.
I'm not. I grew up trailer park trash. I'm going to be trailer park trash even with $1 million in my pocket.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just who I am,
I think a lot of it, too, is I think a lot of people don't like the fact that you're rapping as well as you're rapping. Because you rap to me, and I told her this and other people that have spoken to me about you. You rap as well or better than all of the girls that are doing the style rap you do. With the, like, other than like maybe Nicki and Cardi, like, but like these other ones like Ice Spice and like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like I was telling her, and like, I don't know. I think that may have something to do with it too. I think a lot of it's because it's because I think it's a white girl that's snapping,
I
think that people are having. I think that's some of it. You know what I mean?
I don't think people understood that I have took years and perfected my craft. You know, I've been on social media for like a year and a half, 2 years now. People haven't seen all the work that I've put in. Like, I was in motherfucking juvie for a year and a half writing music, you know? So I've put years and so much time and shit into perfecting my craft. And I don't want nobody to compare me to anybody that's out now because you can't.
No, right.
I'm not like anybody that's out. You can't compare me to fucking Ice Spice, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. And once I make it into the music industry, I know I earned it. Unlike a lot of people that's out now. I mean, I've put so much, you know.
Well, and the thing is too, people aren't understanding too. You're 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like you're so, like you. A lot of people don't take that into consideration. It'd be different if you were my age, you were 40 and you were on the internet and you were kind of, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're 18 and you're just kind of getting started in this and you're getting the traction that you're getting, I think that spawns a lot of, and people just like to troll and hate anyway, regardless. It don't matter how you are, they're going to find a way to try to block your shine anyway. You know?
That's true. A lot of people are like that.
In my DMs with like fans of ours has been guys that'll say, "She makes me blush."
Oh yeah, yeah.
With some of the things that you say, and
yeah, your bars. They'll be like, dudes my age are like, man, she made me blush with that one. I'm like, yeah. She was going off though. She was going off.
Hilarious. Oh my god, that's crazy.
But that's how you know you're doing something though. You know what I mean?
God, that's crazy. Yeah. Not that. Oh my god.
Because you be going to that level though. You know, you be snapping.
I'd be trying, you know, because I don't know. I like to talk my shit. I always like to run my mouth, get myself in trouble when I shouldn't. Now anymore, like I just put it into my music. Like I got a lot of diss tracks out too because I like to talk my shit, you know.
I saw the one. What was it called? Who? Miss Who? Who was that about? Like or do you even want to say what it was about? Was it just a general?
Big C loves drama. Okay. So I got you.
Yeah.
So some little crackhead wannabe bitch came up on my TikTok and she said, "You're stealing my flow." Nobody's ever heard of her. Nobody knows who she is. Right. I listened to her music just to see if it would be a misunderstanding because I like drama, but I'm not petty. You know, I'm not childish.
You're not going to jump out the window for no reason.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe it's a misunderstanding because it was on my Pound Town freestyle. I go and listen to her music, and this bitch sounds like she's getting back shots from my dog. And I'm like, there ain't no way don't compare us. You can't be comparing us. Yeah. Then I ended up texting her, and I was like, yada, yada, yada. And I think this bitch was off her meds, like, for real. And she started texting me and running her mouth, and I was running my mouth, and I was like, you know what? You can come here, and we can fight. I mean, if you want to go viral off my name, I can give us a reason to go viral, you know?
I'm really with that shit.
We could go viral, bitch. A world star. I'll pay 10 bands to put it up there, okay, if you want to go viral. Yeah. But she didn't want to. And then she ended up blocking me and posting on her IG and calling me a bitch. And I was like, fine, you got a problem? Take it to the booth. We could take it to the booth. So that's what I did. I took it to the motherfucking booth. Yeah. And I still ain't heard shit. It's quiet. Ain't no bag talk. She ain't talking to me.
The fact that she blocked you, then went on her page, like it's like, bro, like.
She has blocked me and unblocked me and then blocked me again and then unblocked me. She had just recently, I think last week, unblocked me, tagged me in her story and was like, I never blocked you. Bitch, yes you did. You just unblocked me because you want to sing gangster. Bitch, go wash your pussy out. Leave me alone. Like, I can't stand this bitch. That's what she needs to. Yeah. She got a botched ass BBL talking about me. Yeah. The fuck?
Shout out Sierra for that. Dude.
Yeah. I mean, I keep it real. I ain't got no motherfucking ass, but at least I ain't got a botched BBL. Yeah. You know?
Oh man, well yeah, there's that, dude. You know who Miss Who's about. So also too, another one that you did, the most recent, so the Theo Von freestyle. Speak about that for a second. How'd that come about?
I don't know. I was just I was in a country ass mood. You know, sometimes I be having that city come out of me, and other times I be like full hick. And my husband had been watching Theo Von a lot.
He's so great.
He's hilarious. Yeah. He's the stupidest person I've ever saw.
You know, one of these days you're gonna get a call to go on his podcast.
I end up slapping him in his face.
That will be hilarious. That'll be hilarious.
He's dumb. Yeah. But I mean, I was just thinking, okay, I got to do some country shit. What's a country thing that I can think of? And I'm like, Theo Von is probably the countryest, dumbest person I could think of. I was like, I'll just call it Theo Von freestyle. And I'm like, welcome to my neighborhood. We dropping clips and puffing woods. You know what I mean? I just thought that shit was funny. And I was also thinking of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, that old fucking kids show.
Hell yeah. I grew up on Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. I was just like, you know what? Let me just throw this together. And I did it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Your most recent, do you got anything that you're working on, like a new single that you're working on currently?
I have 3 albums I'm working on.
Okay, hell yeah.
I have 3 albums, probably 20 singles. I mean, I'm making music every day.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, so I got shit if you're feeling sad. I got shit if you want to twerk in the club. I got shit if you want to go and slide on an op. You know, like
sure. Yeah.
I got a mix of everything. And I think when I pop out with it, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite type of music that you like to do?
Believe it or not, my favorite type of music to do is R&B. Yeah. I think it's because it's more challenging on me. Like, I could write a rap in 5 minutes, but R&B has to be like structured and like I gotta actually sing and do shit like that. So I really like doing R&B.
No, and I was telling her like on the way when we was listening to your catalog, I think it would be dope if you did more stuff like that, because the few that you've got are really dope, and it shows your like versatility to be able to, if you was able to weave in and out of the singing and rapping and stuff. I think that would be something super cool that you could do. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely want to. Believe it or not, I used to do metal shit too.
Really? Like screamo stuff?
Yeah, I used to growl and fucking scream and do everything.
And that probably comes from growing up, and you said that it was your pop side of the house, the family that listened to metal and rap and stuff?
I used to listen to metal a lot myself. I still like to on occasion. It's just not as like heavy as what I used to. I like to listen to like Sleep Token and I don't know, I really like Slipknot. Everybody likes Slipknot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I've also thought about doing like a mix up too, where Megan Thee Stallion, she did Cobra and it had like the guitar and everything, and I was like, I could probably do something like this, especially because I could scream. You know, so I'll probably end up coming out with something like that too.
That would be cool too, and that's definitely something that like people are not doing like to that extent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this lane. How'd you and your husband meet?
Well, we lived in the same apartment complex. And I just saw him out there one day, asked him if he wanted some head. He didn't want any that time, which kind of made me sad.
He played hard to get?
Yeah, he was playing hard to get. And I was like, come here, I know you a slut. You know? Like, don't play with me, I know you a slut. Come here. Yeah. You know, a few days later, he was in fact a slut. And everything worked out.
It just took a minute.
Yeah, it just took a minute. It's okay, we all shy sometimes, but give it up. You know?
Well, look at there. And then now, how long y'all been together?
A while. I can't even keep count. I can't. We've been together for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. How's that? How does that get stressful sometimes on y'all? Like what you're doing right now?
No, because he is my biggest supporter. Like he's gonna ride beside me no matter what. Yeah. And I love him so much for that. You know, he even writes music sometimes. If I get writer's block, he'll be like, we can bounce off of each other. And he's just one of my favorite people ever, you know. And I know this, he's my husband, but like he's also my best friend, you know.
That's cool though, especially like at a young age to be able to find something like that early, because a lot of times you can't. Like, a lot of times, you know, especially like in the entertainment business, which is what you're now in. It's a thing where that's kind of few and far between, you know what I mean? So that's dope. Yeah. That's dope that you've been able to have that too.
Yeah, and if he knows if he gets around these Hollywood bitches when I make it big and he wants to go like fiddling around, he gonna motherfucking die. And that's said on camera. That's said on motherfucking camera. If you want to take me to prison, I go. I don't give a fuck. If he's dead and he gets murdered, I did it.
ChadArmesTV right there.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So we'll close the interview off with something that we ask every artist that we interview, okay?
Okay.
Who is Ciara the rapper? Or who is Ciara the person?
A bad bitch.
Okay.
I'm an authentic, original, real ass person. I'm always gonna speak my truth, and I'm always gonna tell you if you're walking around your booty hole stink. Okay?
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the realest bitch anybody ever meets, and I'm not an internet pussy. I will beat the fuck out of you IRL. Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
Yes, actually.
That would be gold.
I thought about it, calling it Cieratherapper versus the music industry, and then just spilling the tea on all these celebrities and shit that I made, because a lot of them were weird.
Yeah, for sure.
They are.
You want to tell them about the spitting? Tell them
I just have a badass habit of spitting.
Okay.
Yeah, if a bitch wants smoke, I'm gonna spit in your fucking face.
Yeah, she's getting ready for it, guys.
Yeah, I might have hepatitis. You would never know. You would never know, so be careful.
You would never know. So run up if you want to, guys.
Yeah, run up if you want, bitch.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you sitting down with us. This has been great. Hopefully, it's been fun for you, and I think it's going to be cool for the listeners and watchers to be able to see this side of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To kind of get a little glimpse into what you've been through and what you're currently going through and what you're planning on doing.
You gonna have these people thinking I'm crazy. I am.
Well, we appreciate you, Ciara.
Yeah.
And we look forward to working. Yeah. What you got coming up? You got shows coming up?
Yes, I got like 20 shows coming up. I got 14th, 15th, and the 16th of next month. On March 30th, I'm opening for Tay Money, and then in July, I have 2 or 3 shows with Sada Baby.
Oh well, hell yeah! And so that's dope that they're in, because this will be out before that. So we'll put all your social media links and everything to where people can follow you and if they want to buy tickets and all that stuff. But we look forward to working with you more in the future. Yeah. And I truly appreciate you. And again, y'all run up if you want to.
Yeah, run up if you want, bitch.
ChadArmesTV, Ciara the Rapper.